into the party wagon and hold on to your pizza. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Epic Tales from the Sewers. We have a very special guest today, Mr. Nore Davis.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm sure they're doing great because, we're here to talk about turtles. And I reached out to you because I saw that you were on the Kevin Eastman Halloween special. And
Man,
I
I am still fucking geeking out from that. I can't even imagine that happened. It was
It's crazy.
that was a long time coming, man. Long time coming. Long time Ninja Turtle fan, and just like to get to Eastman. I always saw he was in the Comic Cons, so be able to watch him and the other two illustrators. Their names are like freaking losing my brain right now, which
I
I'm
want to say it was
so.
Ben Bishop was one.
It was Ben Bishop. Thank you, Ben
Yeah,
Bishop, and
man, he's got some
Ciro
good stuff.
and
Yeah,
Ciro.
Zero. Yep.
Ciro that did was the producer of 2012 TMNT on Nickelodeon, which I am a fan of. I think that was a great remake that came out.
Andy
Um,
and I go back and forth on this one because he's a 1987 Turtles guy, and I think that 2012 has everything.
it has everything, man. Yeah, I would definitely be on the Justin side. Andy, you would definitely enjoy it, and
No,
it,
no,
it has
it's not that it's
it
not
has
that I
everything
don't
and
enjoy it.
more. You
I've
put,
watched it. I've watched it in its entirety. It's good, but it's like
mm-hmm.
you don't understand. Like my parents, like that was the first cartoon I was ever introduced. Like I was born in '87, and it's like in December this rolls around, and it's like
Oh yeah.
everybody asks me, it's like what's your earliest turtle memory, and I'm like I always tell this super embarrassing story about the you remember the like my first comforter set. It's like you got the
Mm-hmm.
blanket and the sheets and everything.
Oh
I
yeah, I
remember
had that.
dragging I remember dragging that blanket around like my name was Linus. Like I dragged that thing
Oh,
around till it fell apart.
that's cute, bro. That's fire. Yeah, I'm 83. I was born in 83. So of course the Turtles you watched, I grew up on that, loved it, and I had a mix of X-Men and everything in there.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely the whole bright yellow, bright colors and cowabunga and very excited. Yeah, dude, all that stuff. That was my shit. And then 2012, I did have that old black man chip on my shoulder, like, they're not gonna do it right. They don't know what they doing.
We
Look at
all
all
we
these
all did.
dark colors. And then I just got into season like the pilot, and then I was hooked. I was just like, all right, this is great. And kind of like the same thing with the Michael Bay movies, man. I just hated the first one, and then I just said, like, hey man, hey, stop it. All right. You're older now. It's okay. You can enjoy it. This is for the new generation. And I think they did great on the Bebop and Rocksteady #2. I
Yes.
did enjoy that one a lot. And sometimes I feel like it's hard to admit that because like people are gonna scorch you in the comments and shit. But I stand in my truth. I fucks. Can I curse on this? I'm sorry.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I fucks with the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles and just accepting. I mean, I don't like the whole like April had them as pets. Whatever. Okay, I'll let that go. But like everything else, I'm like, all right, yeah. #2 is dope. Had Bebop Rocksteady. It was great. And yeah, but I feel you, Andy. I feel you. Like you prefer the first ones. I love them all, man. I kind of like
I
it's just kind
think
of cool how people
I think it's a lot to do
into.
with nostalgia too, though. Like I think if
Mm-hmm.
I think if I hadn't been introduced to him the way I was, uh, you know, the it's a product of its time too. It's like that's
Mm-hmm.
it's out. I don't want to say outdated technology, but the animation style is older,
Yeah.
and you've got this. They've got better ideas now. They've got better
Mm-hmm.
technology to do with it, and it's uh, I mean, geez, they've been selling us the same story for 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. And
City
and
at
it's
War.
It's just, I mean, hey, look at hip hop, man. We love a great remix. We love a good remix. I mean, if you could just take those same characters, and plus the characters are so strong, it's like put them in this. I mean, like, y'all saw my Comedy Central bit. It was just like, hey, how about I put them in this world, like the love and hip hop world, and see how that lasts. I mean, that's just how
I
solid those
I
characters
actually just
are.
re-listened. I re-listened today, and it was just I've got the YouTube Red, so it just goes right into autoplay. And the very next one was you talking about going to the pumpkin patch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was about in tears, like, are there gonna be any girls there? It ain't
Ah.
about girls, it's about the pumpkins.
Dope. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, man, that was my first Conan set. That was a real fun one. I remember that, just getting that call and trying to even put together a late night set. That's a whole other monster versus just performing in the clubs or even doing a special. It's like time is tight and you just have to get those jokes in there, and then next thing you know, it's done. Good night. So, but I appreciate that. But yeah,
So
let's
who
go ahead.
kind
Sorry.
of I imagine people know you now as like the Ninja Turtle guy because you're out there with your turtle fandom. Who has surprised you that's a Turtles fan?
Um, Wait, who surprised me as a Turtles fan? You asked me.
Yeah,
You guys, people do hit me on my DMs. Like, hey man, I love the Turtles, love that turtle bit. Like, it's just interesting to see how fans like out of all different races and genders just pull up, and it's just that's one of the things that animation cartoon does, and that's why I love my stock comedy to do is just bring a whole bunch of people together and just have a good time and laugh. So that's been interesting. I also just wanted to like be that comedian or stand up that can like branch out into talking about anything like anime, cartoons, and I love turtles. I was like, I'm gonna make a turtle bit. Like I want to make a turtle bit, and I tried so hard and failed so many times, but then I finally found that groove with that bit, and it fit. It fit, and I just kept working on it.
it's good. I liked it because it was so
Yeah,
damn true, and I'm like, yep, that's me.
legit, legit. I would watch. I would watch. Doesn't matter, live action, animated. Show me what you got. I want to see it.
Dude, I put it in my SNL packet this year. I'm like, I'm probably like gonna release that script like on Twitter or some shit. Like I wrote a script of it of how it would go, starring April as Emma Watson and the turtles just being the turtles. No, not Emma Watson. What's the girl from that played the hockey player opposite of Nancy? I always go so blank on names, man. Let's see.
All I can think of is Icebox from Little Giants right now. So
Yeah. All right, so remember her Met okay, yeah, Harley Quinn. Who's the girl who plays Harley Quinn?
Oh, Margot
There you go,
Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Thank you, Margot Robbie. I had her as April, my sketch, and then like the other SNL players is Mikey, Raph, Leo, and Donnie, and other SNL players are Shredder and Casey Jones in there, and I might release that script. I don't know, but yeah, I wrote it, man. I was just like, this is. I want to see this live.
that would be great. I can think of a couple players that they have there right now that would probably do well. I imagine Mikey Day would probably want to be Mikey, but
There you go.
you
Yeah.
know, Shredder, Keenan Thompson, 100%.
Oh man, of course. I mean, I even love that the black guy that they have for Shredder in the 2012. I mean, he always plays like that evil, deep voice black dude. I
Kevin
mean
Michael
that.
Richardson, yeah.
Thank you, man, Kevin Michael Richardson. Let's put some respect on his name. Um, he
Now I
is,
feel a lot better because I cannot remember people's names for Adam. Like
dude. I'm the worst
there's
with it. I'm really worse. I really will tell people like I'm so sorry, and then I'll just like take the names or even people I'm trying to remember. Like as you can see, like probably by the fourth time me trying to reference somebody, and I just can't come up with their name. It's just my brain doesn't work that way. I guess I don't know. Maybe that's the con of my brain, and I'm so sorry for all the great
You must be
celebrities. And
successful because this is all
yeah,
I can do.
he's got he's got Mikey brain.
basically got Mikey
It's
Brain and Ralph's attitude.
it
Oh,
misfires, but it
that's
gets
good.
there eventually.
Hmm.
So we mentioned earlier that Andy's favorite is Mikey. Why don't you tell us about your favorite turtle, and at least who speaks to you the most?
Oh man, Ralph, excuse me, Ralph, Ralph all day,
We've
Raphael,
all done
man.
that before. I've said Ralph
Eh,
like 6 times on one podcast one time. I'm like, oh, I'm such a tool. So
Yeah, it's like get it right. Put some respect on your favorite turtle's name. Raph, man, yes, loved him since 89 Ninja Turtles, the movie, and how they just portrayed that character. I have him tattooed. Well, I have Eastman's drawing of him from the IDW on my left bicep,
Oh,
and
no
then
kidding.
I'm gonna get a tattoo this month of him in the tub of him in the tub in
Oh,
Ninja Turtles one. Like I just love that image.
what's a guy gotta do to get some
It's
food
some
around
food around
here?
here. Yeah, but I'm gonna have him like laying down before that. like, like,
That's
um,
funny.
You know the
That's
yeah.
crazy
funny.
thing about the voice of Raph, right? So obviously everybody knows, oh, that's him in the taxi. When Raph hits a taxi. But did you know
Hmm.
that he is the guy in the Joker movie that actually fires Arthur? That's the voice of Raphael.
Really? No, I did
Isn't
not
that
know
crazy?
that. That's crazy. And isn't the whole thing like one of those 90210 dudes did the voice of, or he was like a puppet in one of the turtles, right? See again. Fucking forget. All right, so here we go. Help me come down this road. He was in Lost Boys.
Oh, Corey Feldman, yeah,
Corey Feldman. Thank you,
yep.
man. Corey. So Corey Feldman. Yeah, what was his relation? He wasn't. He wasn't right. He was like Mikey or something, right? Like, or was he a
Donnie.
He did
voice?
Donatello.
Okay. Okay. He
First
was
two
Donatello
movies.
for
He does
1 and
Slash
3.
actually on the 2012 series too.
he does what?
He does the voice of Slash.
Oh shit, that's so
It's
dope,
a
man.
bit more grizzled, but it's like this, you know.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah,
good
that's
stuff.
so I'm gonna so thank you for that. Yes, so Raphael from 89, just that type of ego, that type of like can't be controlled. I'm gonna do my own thing. Fuck all this, fuck all what you think. Fuck you, Leo. I don't know why you the goddamn captain. I should be the captain. And then he realizes how Leo has much more discipline than he has to really bring the brothers together. And I think that's just a great storyline or arc between brothers, because I have that same thing with me and my little brother, and just helping him. I'm more to my little brother. I'm more of a Leo to him. I try to imagine myself as Raph, like what I do in my career and doing within my life, but I am more of like the Leo to my family. Um, so I just connect with his whole storyline and his energy and spirit through every uh turtle remake they made. Even the one with the Michael Bay one where he was just like, obviously he's the black one. He had like a mask with a do-rag, and
Thank
he had like
you,
a
thank
do-rag with
you.
eyes cut out.
That has been something that I have been saying for years, and I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, he's clearly coded as black.
Yeah, he's
I'm
yeah.
like, it's hip hop, it's everything, it's one of
Mhm.
those things. I'm like, and they're
Yeah.
not even subtle about it.
Yeah, very aggressive, over aggressive, over like, yo, man, I won't do that shit, and have a do rag with holes in it. It's just like, yeah, he's the black one, and that's fine because that's I always identify with Raph all the time, and
So
yeah, so that's my
that would
turtle.
leave that would leave Mikey to be the whitest one. Well, I don't know. It's a toss between Mikey and Donnie because Donnie's got that nerdy white guy thing going on, and then Leonardo kind of really sticks to the Japanese
I would give Donnie like
roots.
the nerdy Indian dude, like probably Indian, techie.
I
Okay,
could
that's
absolutely
fair.
see that.
I
Yep.
could say give a little diverse, like, and then Mikey's more of like the white surfer dude. Yeah, definitely the white surfer
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they
like
said that.
I thought he could be like Maui, too.
Maui. Who's that?
From what I'm trying to think of. That's the
You're
character
welcome.
who the Rock play from Moana. Maui.
Oh, Maui.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
got you. More. Yep. There we
something
go.
like that.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Yes, that
But
cadence and
that's
that.
funny. That's funny that you pick Raph because me and Justin have talked about this before. Justin's the one that brought it up, but
Hmm.
apparently there's no clear cut winner in the popularity contest of the Turtles.
Mm.
It's normally about a quarter split each way, and we've done 2, 3 polls on the Facebook page. Uh, pick your favorite turtle, and normally it's pretty close between Raph, Donnie, and Mikey.
Yeah, a lot of people like Donnie.
Leo normally trails a little, but
Okay.
Is my favorite, by the way. So
that's why it's
Wow. All
funny because
right.
we had Scott on and his favorite was Donnie, so there's a prime example of the four-way turtle split.
Wow. All right. So I just did Just a real Google search about it. And I don't know who poll this is, slash.org, but they're saying Leonardo is first, 20%. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were correct. Yeah, Donatello, 37%. Then Michelangelo, 24% votes, whatever this is, slash.org. And wow, Leo third place, and then Raphael fourth. Yeah, no, I don't like this poll. Fuck that poll.
I don't see it that way. I mean, it's funny because I've always seen like Raph is always one or two, always. But
Mm-hmm.
lately Donnie's been coming up. But and that's the
Yeah,
thing too. I mean, it was when we started talking about Last Ronin. Have you read Last Ronin yet?
No, man, I'm hoping that when I did that drawing, I think Eastman's gonna send me the first copy. So I'm waiting to see
Woo!
what he sends me. He's gonna send me some of those drawings that they did, which is I'm going to frame them and then
Oh
that's
my
my great
god!
like I can't wait, bro.
we
So
were both on with him, and Andy answers a question about if pineapple belongs on pizza, and he's like, "Oh, you win a prize," and I'm sitting there losing my mind in this chat because I think that he wins the comic that he's drawing right now, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
yeah,
yeah.
He didn't, but
dude.
still, I was like,
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, I didn't care what the prize was. My name coming out of Kevin Eastman's mouth, I couldn't breathe. I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like, fanning myself with my hands, and I'm trying to catch my breath. And my girlfriend's sitting there looking at me. She goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "You don't understand." I said, "He said my
Yeah.
name."
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I feel all the time. Like I love this. That's why I was like, I want to come on this podcast and nerd out with you guys. Like for him to he's such a fucking cool, down to earth dude, man. And he's just like so still very youthful and still very into what he does and doesn't have a big head about he created like and helped everybody in the 80s childhood,
That's the
basically.
"Yep."
that's the
You know what I'm
thing,
saying?
and I
Like
wish.
that's
Before that, we just had He-Man. That was
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that kind of like cultural godlike of shift you did to infect the world, and still
I
to this day,
wish
all
we would
those
have been able
movies.
to record it.
I
He
mean,
We
yeah.
got him
So,
afterwards. We got him afterwards for the what was it? The fan club only trivia contest.
hmm
And it was the last question of the night. He goes, "We're gonna take some Q&A." He goes, "Last question," and the guy and I could not recall his name for the life of me. He goes, "We're gonna take one more question." He goes, "Oh, here's a good one, Kevin." He goes, "What was your best day ever?" And there's a long pause, and he goes, "Oh, that's a good one." He's like, "I don't want to give a cop out answer, a short answer here, but this man, I kid you not, he goes, every day is my best day ever." He goes, "I get to wake up, get to spend time with my wife." He's like, "I have the greatest job in the world, and it's all thanks to the fans." And it's like, wow, it's like right there, he just
yeah,
told you that literally get up every day and make each day better than the last. That's the way I
yeah,
took away from it. That's what I interpreted
that's
as.
right. That's right, man. He's like my top three, like influencers I look up to. Like first is like Frank Ocean, then Eastman, and then Jay Z. I put Jay Z up there. And I just like love how you
It's a
can
good
see
list.
they do their art and they do their art. They love what they do, and then they're out. Then they're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really on there like doing reels and TikToks and stuff like that. Like I try to figure out how to translate stand up to it, but I just love the art of stand up and I love like my fans who like listen to the albums and then I just chill out and figure out what I want to creatively do next. And I just think that's the whole solution to life. Find what you love, do it as much and then money will come. And then that's it. And like, yeah, he's right. He's and even talking to Eastman on that time, and I talked to him before. Yeah, he's like it's like talking to like a old head that doesn't give a fuck what or doesn't even know what he did, man. Then he can just sketch shit out. Like I remember I met him at Comic Con, just came up to him like, yo, look at my tattoo. He's like, oh man, that shit is cool, man. Let's take a picture. And like they were just about to close everything up, and he was like, no, man, yeah, take a picture. I was just like, you're like, I'm not like I wasn't like in tears, but I'm just like, that's my fucking childhood. It's like kind of seeing your dad for the first time, you know, and like And I also have the equal love for Peter too, man. But I can understand and
Absolutely.
respect like Peter is more of like a behind the scenes, like, yeah, let Eastman, like I can feel Peter's energy through Eastman. You know what I'm saying? So when you meet an Eastman, you're meeting both of them, you know? And I could just feel like Peter is just more chill and laid back, and I respect that, love him too. And it's just like, yeah, who the fuck has the opportunity to just meet the owner and it's not owner, like the creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's
And that's
fire.
the thing too. I hear about everyone. Well, I won't say everyone, but especially the '87 cast. Like I hear they are just the sweetest people on the planet. I've watched a lot of stuff with Rob.
Hmm.
I wrote
Great guy.
Towson a fan letter, and he actually wrote me back. And he wrote me back as Mikey, and it's like I'm getting goosebumps
That's
right
sick.
now. But I sent it to Coop. I sent the screen cap to Coop, and I was literally like legit crying. And
Oh
again,
my god.
my girlfriend's going, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "You don't understand." I said, "The voice of my childhood just wrote me back." I wrote him, and
Yeah.
it was some goofy stuff too. And I was like, "You probably get 1,000 of these a day, and I know I'm not your biggest fan, but like,
Yeah.
just what your work meant a lot to me." And he was like, "Cowabunga, dude! Like, thanks for being such
Sick.
a radical fan. Like that means a lot." And it's like he cared just as much about me caring about him as I did
Yeah.
about it just it
That's
hit
beautiful,
home.
Andy. And I gotta give a tip to you of like I was that kid with the Ninja Turtle bed sheets and comforter from it had the 87 cartoon on it. I was that kid too, man. I love that shit. I ain't carry around like you did, but it definitely was on my bunk beds. And then the more older I got, I mean, it wasn't. I don't even know where it's at, man. I'm kind of mad that like yeah. So they made the turtles so they can promote the toys, right? So, but
They
the
wouldn't
toys
make the cartoon. They wouldn't make the cartoon without a toy line.
exactly, and I just still always hate that type of formula. That's kind of like what happened with 2012, how it ended, where like the toys weren't selling, so they ended the 2012 Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. I'm just like, fucking
Ugh.
capitalism, man, just so trash, right? Because it could have went anywhere, could have went good, but I think they still ended it great. But anyway, yes, you have to get the toys, and I remember the cartoon first and got the toys, and you always lose the weapons, whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm just upset at my mom. Like I don't know where all that shit went. Like it was a real Toy Story 3 moment of like, yeah, I'm in college. I don't need none of this shit anymore. And where are my toys? Did they hide? Or they're in the
I'm
trash?
telling you.
Did they recycle? Like I just really wish I had all that because then by the time I got to like, let me see. I want to say I'm 37 now. I want to say like probably 34,
Yeah,
30.
you're like, where's my stuff? I want my
Oh,
original
like
Baxter Stockman with the wings and the. I want that.
uh, I went,
I
yeah,
had I
I went
had the
through a whole
Technodrome.
phase. Oh my god, you had the tech, yo, dude. I had the car. I had the turtle van. I had the turtle
I had
van,
the
and that shit.
Technodrome, and I can tell you the moment it was given to me. We were at the very first house I remember living in, and my
Mm.
dad goes, "I think there's something behind the couch, son." And I went, "Okay, Dad." So I go and check, and there's this big ass box back there, and God bless their hearts because they put all them damn stickers on.
Oh man, that was
But I did.
beautiful.
I had the Technodrome. And I'm kicking my own ass for this one. I had Hotspot. That's like a $500 loose toy. Like I think the only one I have left, I have my Frank and Mikey, I have Lionheart, and I have Bullseye. That's it out of my
You don't
original
even want to know
toys.
what my house looks like, but
Oh,
and I'm not even the worst out of the. We have some collectors in our group, Epic Shells on Facebook, and they have
yeah,
literally entire rooms dedicated to
yeah.
their toy collections,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
I don't go
awesome.
that hard. It's so fucking awesome. I don't go that hard, but I remember that like in 33, 34, probably like a bad breakup. And yeah, it was a bad like my first ex fiance. I have two, cause so maybe the third one might be a charm, but I have two ex fiancés. So the first one was just like the way to fill my hole in my heart. I was like, I'm gonna buy my childhood back. Fuck
Yes,
this bitch.
yeah,
Fuck
what it's about.
everything. And I bought like yeah, so I bought the original toys with the DVD that came with it. I got that off of I don't know, I don't think it was eBay, but I got off of somewhere for like a really cool price. That was nothing. And I got the original IDW Ninja Turtles with um with the red bandanas, and like they're all
Oh,
comical
nice.
colors. And right now everything's in storage because I'm like transitioning from places now. But I do have my own like mini beautiful turtle collection that I love. And yeah, man, I remember I do have that real life van when I was a kid, and I'm just like, fuck, man, I had all that stuff. And I think I was doing a show in Chicago probably like 6 years ago. I found the original Bebop and Rocksteady. They didn't have any weapons or anything, but I found them in a bag at a Chicago thrift lot.
Yeah,
I,
that's where I live. I live out this way, and
okay.
in Illinois, and there's like collector toys places everywhere. We actually have like a huge toy show every October.
Hmm. Is it like in a big all right? Cause
It's huge. Yeah,
I did a show like in like it was like Chicago, like outside of Chicago. So like
I
obviously
know what you're
Illinois.
talking about, and I'm wondering if you were at Pheasant Run, if you went to Zany's.
I did no, I did not do Zanies. I did another club that's more out there. It's like an improv club, more out west, outside of Chicago. But I remember the owner driving me like he knew I had a fascination for like turtles and toys, and he took me more into the city about some big old like the fair that you talked about. It was like a huge lot. Everybody's selling toys and
Oh yeah,
selling antique shit. And I remember I bought the original Batmobile there too, and the
the
people there.
'66 one.
No, from the movie, the first Batman movie.
Oh, because Eastman owned that too. Yeah,
Oh,
he bought that with his turtle money.
oh, he did. Oh,
He did, yeah,
that's
That
sick,
in the
man.
tank.
yeah. The tank.
On the Batmobile from the first Batman movie, man. That shit
Did
was
it have
like,
that plastic thing that you put over it when he goes shields? And that's
yep, yep. And
oh
he just
man,
put
that's cool.
yeah. Look at this. Oh, I'm looking at it right now. It's $700. Yeah, I have the
Wow.
original toy scale, and I keep it in the box, man. Like I didn't have space yet to put it um on the shelf to like have it out. I just want people to just to see the box. Like, yep, it's in there. And I think he gave it to me for like I remember it being kind of like a lot, but I was just like, fuck, I'm gonna say like maybe like 80, $90 or something like that. Like, and I'm talking about this is years ago. Like, motherfucker wasn't even caring about it. Like, I was really just like, I'm copping my childhood back. Fuck this. Like, I
Yep.
remember even the Batmobile, excuse me, the Batwing. I got that. And it was kind of like a toy gun, if you remember that.
Oh yeah, you could. I
Um,
think it had a handle that came down and shot like a Nerf
exact.
disc or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I copped that
I
shit.
remember there was one, and when you pulled the trigger, it would mess the TV up. Like it would like cause static on the
You
TV.
talking about like Captain Power? What are you talking?
That
Remember
was
that?
a bad.
Oh,
No, I don't remember Captain
oh
Power.
my God, Captain Power! You could actually interact with the toy and what's going on your TV screen at the
Oh
same
no,
time.
this just for some
Oh
reason
shit.
whatever the electronics in this gun were doing were interfering. It was on the same frequency as whatever the lines on the TV were running as.
You got
Oh,
some alien tech going on there, Andy.
that's crazy. I never heard that shit. Yeah, but yep. I'm really proud of my turtle collection, and we'll see what. And then after I did my first bid on Comedy Central, Eastman sent me like a whole membership care package of like the T-shirt, hat. Um, he sent me some a signed like lunchbox, Turtles lunchbox,
Oh
with
wow.
his signature. He sent me some good swag, man. It was cool. So I have another one coming in. So I'll let you boys know what I get. I'll um I'll show you on the gram or something what I get. And I hope it's one of those drawings from
Oh my god.
the
We
I
Halloween
were
think
so
special.
excited about Last Ronin when it was coming out that we actually started both the podcast and the Facebook group. Then it's kind of turned into this whole thing. And when you meet fans of the Turtles, it's like they're from all over the world, and like
Globe,
we have
yep.
people in New Zealand and
well
Austria,
it's
Australia and stuff. But
it's really
it's such a
funny.
cool, tight knit community, and everybody's like really nice because it seems like outside of this, if you go to like Marvel fans, they're like, oh no, no, Thanos will kill this guy. I'll do this. But like Turtle fans are like, I like this turtle. I like this turtle. Okay, let's be
Yeah,
friends. It's just a totally
exactly.
different vibe.
Yeah, I need to find that, man. Yeah, put my my Ninja Turtle Comic Central bit in that group, man. Cause I don't
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
not I'm
definitely.
not really I'm not really on Facebook, but I definitely want to connect with those type of people, man. And
I'll tell you, if you're ever looking to get something, they're the people to talk to too.
Oh my
Be
God,
like,
yes.
hey, I need to get a hotspot. I need to get them under $200. Okay, here you go.
Oh
I
my
got a
god,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta get back on Facebook, but I mean, I
Yeah,
probably
the
won't though.
first episode of this podcast, or the second episode, we did a whole section on the Technodrome toy and like where you can get it, how much it costs, where you can get aftermarket stickers if you need to replace them, all that kind of stuff.
What's the value of it right now? It
In
must,
box goes for close to $500.
yeah, that's
You can get it loose 212 with all the pieces, and kind of add it around there.
that's
My
not
buddy's
bad.
got like 6 of them, so
6 of them?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I think like 3 are 100%, but the rest you just have to. You eventually run out of a certain area. It's like everyone in Chicago has already sold all of their childhood toys, so now you got to move on to Milwaukee. Then you got to move on to Michigan. You know, that's just how it works with these resellers. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's a whole business. Oh my god. Yeah, the Technodrome. I would definitely want the van, but I'm gonna wait till like, get my new apartment and shit. But I definitely want that van. I'm itching for that. But yeah, got my original turtles. Like it's just I don't know, it's just cool being an adult, man. It's like fuck it, man. This is what this money's for.
Yeah, no, we agree with you. You should have seen the crappy Andy got today in the mail.
Oh my God.
Did you get the
Which I think
cereal bowls?
the
Yeah,
turtle cereal. Oh,
I got all 4.
nice. I got the Ninja Turtle. Not the thermos, but when you go like a Six Flags or a amusement park and they give you that water thermos, that water bottle thing. I got the
Yeah, I
Ninja
got one of
Turtle.
them.
I got one of those. It's like green with the
Yep.
original 87 characters on it. Like I
Yep.
love
Oh,
that
that's cool.
thing. I love that fucking thing. I don't know where I found it, but yeah, it was just yeah. Shout out to my first like ex fiance, man, for sending me on like my childhood dream journey. I was just buying my shit back. I was buying my childhood back,
Yeah,
baby.
what's the copyright date on this? Okay, Mirage Studios, 1988.
Wow.
Wow.
Made from well, no, it's recyclable. Who the hell was gonna
It's
recycle
if
this?
it's from the '80s, it's not recycled, dude.
Oh my
I'm
God,
sure.
it's got the barcode on it and everything.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have. Yeah, I have the barcode on my. Is that you're looking at the water bottle?
Yeah, it come in 3 colors as far as I know. Dayglow green, uh, pink,
Yep.
and orange.
Yep. I got that green one. Oh my
That's what I
god.
got. I think I had the orange one as a kid, but I've got the green one now.
So fucking sick. Yes, yeah, man. I mean, I love this shit, dog. Like, I don't even know like how I first got into love with it, but I just like I'm the oldest, and I have a little brother. Well, like he's my trans brother. So I had a sister when we were little when the Turtles came out, right? So I just always wanted like an older brother or somebody to look up to, and I just felt like having 4 brothers, that unity that they had together, just was always enticing to me. Is just what I wanted, and I didn't want to be the old brother no more. Just be cool, like to have a whole bunch of like 3 brothers around you. So that was like how I just always related to the Ninja Turtles, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
when
You
they
come from a big
fight,
family, and everybody's
exactly.
sort of scratching to find their own place.
Exactly. And it's just like you belong within your own family. And I guess that's what I never felt as a kid, and still kind of like struggling with that with stand up, where like nobody in my family does stand up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nobody I can ask for advice. So you just feel like a loner. So what I loved about them is that they all still had each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was my fascination with their bond, and the love for my turtles came from. Like they got each other, man. Like not like the X-Men. X-Men, they a whole bunch of orphans that came together and they could fuck shit up, which is fine. But
Man, I
these
could go
niggas
for
was
another
born
6 hours
together.
on that. I can
Yeah.
tell you about the time I met Chris Claremont, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I told
Uh,
him I thought Wolverine was better with Storm than Jean Grey, and he goes off onto this half an hour conversation. I'm just sitting there. Everybody is so
yes.
pissed at me in the line behind me. Then he's like,
Oh.
and that's how he ends up with Jean Grey, and they're there until the universe burns out, and then when it
Hmm.
starts over again because of the Phoenix, they're together again. And I'm like, yes, sir, Mr. Claremont.
Yeah, I always oh that's beautiful. Yeah, I always thought Jean Grey was so overrated, but like yeah, Wolverine with Storm was just one of the most best interesting relationships ever, like after the apocalypse and shit. And I wish X-Men in the cartoon got more into that, but it was fine. But yeah. Um yeah, so it's just like that it's that underlining of family, love, unity, togetherness. Like no matter what we go through,
And
and I
that's
really wish I had that. And still, I would. Now it's like, yeah, I have my best friend. Like I have my two best friends. Like we call each other tripod, man. You know, three legs holds up a camera, right? So I have them. That they are like my brothers. You know, so that's cool. But that's how I relate with the turtles, man.
that's what we've been trying to get in the Facebook group. Okay, so it started off the history of epic tales of the sewer and epic shells. So what happened was me and Justin decided we are going to do a Dungeons and Dragons podcast together. So it's the
Mm-hmm.
podcast called Epic Tales.
Yeah,
You know, because you're writing your epic tales, you're writing this epic story,
yeah.
and there's a race of turtle people, and everybody since turtles came out and Dungeons and Dragons came out, everybody's wanted to build the turtles in the game. So we did an episode called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Mhm.
and afterward I was like, man, that was so much fun. And it was at that moment that it re-sparked like my love of the turtles and what I had been missing out on. And
Talk about a
um
buying spree at that point. Let me tell you, my wallet hurt.
yeah, and then what do
Ooh.
we do? Like a month went by and you're like, hey, like I'm gonna do a podcast, do you want in on it? And I said, yeah. And he goes, okay, I'm calling it Epic Tales from the Sewer Podcast. And I went, you know, after we got the logo done, I went, we really missed an opportunity here. He goes, what do you mean? I said, we should have called it Epic Shells. Aha! Thus, the
Ah.
Facebook group was born. And I didn't think it was
Uh-huh.
going to be what it
I'm
is
not
now.
changing my email now, so
You can't. I
No
took it.
going back.
never surrender, right? Good old
Indeed.
Galaxy Quest reference, but still, it's all good.
But
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
no,
I
love
mean,
that,
it's
man.
the way these fans treat each other, the way the group members treat each other, and the feedback that I'm getting, which is where you came in the beginning there, they're just so good to each other. And like you said, the family, it's like that's kind of what it's become. It's kind of like they're a family. Like
Mhm.
I needed Leo's shield for the LARP turtles. I said I'm missing his trash can lid shield. I says anybody got one? And this guy, I think it was Paul. He goes, I got you. I'm like, what do you want for it? He goes, nothing. I went, what?
Oh man.
You're just gonna send me this thing? He's like, yeah, no problem,
Oh
dude.
my.
Don't worry about it.
oh,
And
I just gave out a Hot Wheels car of the turtle van today to someone. He's like, "Oh, I've been chasing it for a year." I'm like, "Dude, I got you." He's like, "Oh, you want me to send you shipping?" I'm like, "No, you live in Ohio, not
so
Australia, dude."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
exactly. Oh, see, all
every
right. I
month
gotta
we do a contest, and it's kind of like an employee of the month thing where I put together, or I use my subpar Photoshop skills to put together a graphic, and
Mhm.
they get bragging rights for the month, and a prize is called Most Radical Member. And it's all about how you treat each other. It's got nothing to do with how much you post, how little you post. It's got all to do with what you post.
Okay. I love this. You guys send me a link to this group, bro. I gotta like be a part of it. I'll get back on Facebook just for that shit. That's
we actually had a
beautiful.
couple people tell us that too. They're like, "I don't go anywhere on Facebook except for here." So because you always
That's
have something cool
beautiful.
going on.
Yeah,
I've literally
I
got
don't
it added to my home screen, like one button, and I'm in Epic Shells.
dope. I love that, man. Yeah, I just do Instagram and like maybe Twitter, like
So
in Twitter.
we have a lot of
I
really
have
cool
problems
artists.
with Instagram.
We have a lot of really
You ever
cool
see them
artists.
ladies on there? Woo.
Yeah, no, I do not. I leave them
I
alone.
can't open my Instagram in public anymore.
Oh my lord.
No, you are so stupid, Justin. What were you
God,
saying, Andy? I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh no, I said we got a lot of really great artists in the group, and that's actually how
Oh
we got
yeah.
our that's how we got our logo for Epic Shells. Cooper took care of the the podcast logo, and I reached out and got our group logo. I
it is
managed to
Raph,
pick
by
up.
the way, too. So
I love that, man. I didn't get the chance to see the logo or any other episodes, but I'll
I'll
definitely
send
do
you a
that.
link. No worries.
Yeah, yeah. Please send me the link. I couldn't find all that, but yeah, I just love the unity, and even like like I'm writing. I've been like I write for TV shows sometimes, like a little bit, and then I'm writing my own right now, and it's just like I always feel like they always nail the relationship arcs between each brother, and it's always unique and always different. And you see how like they have their own little clubs within, like how Donnie and Leo are together, where like Mikey and Raph are together, and sometimes it's like Leo and Donnie just like they just get information from each other. It don't even be on some like, hey, how you doing shit. Just be like, Leo's like, I need help with this, and Donnie's like, double, 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 double with the dirt shit, and then like Leo's like, he knows how to attack. and then Mikey's just silly between all of them. But more I relates more with Raph because like they're more like the outside. They're both not as smart as those two.
They have
Um
different priorities too. Like
uh
Mikey's thinking
yeah.
about food and video games, and quite frankly, he'd probably be thinking about getting laid, and Raph is just the one. He's out there being cool
Mhm.
and moody and all that, and getting girlfriends, and you know,
Yeah, and just trying to find his purpose and wants to fight and
yeah,
wants to like really help people out. Yeah, yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah, no, definitely true. What
Yeah,
um
we've got this amazing picture that one of the artists drew for us. It's me and Justin on like the blister pack that the
mhm.
the, the 87 toys came on.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
I like to call it the epic tales podcast bros, because it's like I said, it's me and Coop and some turtle swag, and the artist actually drew us as turtles on the side there. It's pretty funny.
Oh, that's fucking sick, man. Yeah, I have those original blister packages like with the turtles in it and stuff like that. And I always love like even the back of it, you can just see like it's basically a collectibles. Like you gotta collect this, you gotta collect that, collect this. Um
hmm
and yeah, I'm trying to remember which one mine was
Just
called.
just
Like
wait till
has
wait till we get you this link to the group. You'll see this guy's entire wall of blister pack mint on cards. Mox.
Love that shit. I love that. I love that. I've seen so many. Where there was another link? Like, yeah, when you like even on Instagram, when you do the hashtags of TMNT and all that, like people just have like troughs of pictures of like their collection, like their man cave or woman cave of just like all turtle stuff. And I'm just like, wow, okay, that's too much for me. But god
Your
damn,
sewer den.
the sewer. I would love to take a nap in there
oh
and
yeah,
just like nostalgia look back, but even collecting is
Yeah, when
pretty
people
fascinating.
people come in my office and I've had them ask if they could just live here, and I'm like, it's a mess. Like, please leave now.
Please back the fuck up if you can.
you
Um,
don't you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
you can't stay here at all. Yeah, I just have like what I have like yeah, I have all the Ninja Turtle movies on VHS, on DVD, on Blu-ray, and then now I get so upset when I see them on Netflix or HBO. I'm like,
yeah.
fuck, man, you guys giving, but you downgraded my nostalgia of the actual DVD experience. But I still play it sometimes, so it's fine. I don't get too mad about that. I'm like, yeah, it has to be.
Well,
We're in
we'll
this
have
world
to invite
of
you.
streaming.
We'll have to invite you to the pizza watch party here, and I think we're shooting for sometime in December. We're gonna try and make that
Yeah,
happen.
we're gonna try to get a group of people together to just do a big watch party where we all watch the first movie.
To what? To the end? To the last Michael Bay one? I'm totally fucking in.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah,
That would
I
be
I,
cool.
I
Do
would like
like
to get
what
more people to watch the 2007 movie because I like that one a lot.
the 2007. That was the animation, right?
Yeah, the TMNT one
The
with
TMNT. I
Chris
love
Evans.
that one. That's one of my favorite ones, man. I think
Apparently, that's Eastman's favorite. I was like,
that's my
wow.
fucking favorite. That shit goes hard. It's perfect. They nail
Oh
the
yeah.
relationship between Leo and Raph, and and then you just have April and Casey coming together, and then towards the end where like it was a great ending, man, and it's
It was.
just
Yeah.
any way where they're just not focused on Krang and Shredder, right? It was just like it was great to bring a new enemy, introduce a new enemy, a new threat, and that was beautiful. So I need to get into Ronin though, and I heard like even Eastman was telling me on about Ronin on and Ben tell me about Ronin, and like I love the whole apocalyptic world. So you guys have number one. Is it a graphic novel or is it just a comic book?
It's
It is
kind of
a
close because it's
46
48 issues.
page.
46 pages? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Dope.
I don't know
Okay.
how big the second one's going to be, but here's the issue, and I just did a spotlight review on Epic Shells for it, spoiler free. It's slightly larger than a normal comic, so if you want to bag
Okay.
and board it, you're going to have to go with magazine bag and boards. But I'm
Okay.
telling you, and you're going to laugh at me. I'm going to I'm going to just show
No,
my ass here.
never laugh at my fellow sheller. Go.
So when I was in the car and I was going to work and I went, it'd be really good. Listen to Bonnie Tyler's "I Need a Hero" when you start reading this, and it just syncs
I
up
need a
so good.
hero.
It
He
syncs up
got to
so
be
good.
fast, got to be strong. That's my song right there.
I would have gone with Tina Turner. We don't need another hero.
I
That's
did.
I, I
I searched for every song that had "hero" in
oh
the
any
title,
okay.
Yeah,
and
that song.
I
I
think
love that song.
I finally got to Gabriel Iglesias, and I was like, yeah, or Enrique Iglesias.
Oh,
I
that one. Okay.
I love
Yeah, I was like,
Hero
I'm
that
out.
song because the first time I heard it as a kid was in Johnny Five's Short Circuit. I think
Oh
it was
my
number
God,
two.
yes.
It was number two when he turned gold and they played that
Stephanie.
song. Yeah, Stephanie. When he was, I was like, and that song kept playing. Like it's still in my the back of my head, and I'll play it sometimes like before a show, and just gets me hype. I love that
Well,
fucking
I
song.
tell
So
you what,
okay,
if Kevin doesn't get you a copy, you let us know, and we'll get one to your PO box, or we'll get you
okay,
one somehow.
yeah.
I think
I
he's
hit
gonna
up.
hook you up, but
Okay, yeah, and I'm definitely gonna be in contact with you guys, and I'll give you my like direct email. That was my website email. But like dead ass, I'm seeing what he gives me, and if not, and then I hit up Ben too. I hit up Ben like, yo, is number one? I feel like number one's all gone, right? But he was like, nah, there's still some for sale in my link in bio shit. I'm like, bro, I was the host of the show, nigga. Like, why are you acting like that? Like, just give me one.
He's
But I'm
got
like,
good prices too. He's charging like $45 for one signed. And Ben
yeah,
has some. I got to get Ben on this show, but
yeah, he would love to
he
do it, man.
has this awesome stuff for kids. Like he has a whole kids club, and I'm like, wow,
Nice.
what a really good person.
well,
Yes.
if I get the variant cover that if someone sends me the variant cover, I'll have an extra one for sure. But I've got it on Comicology. Worst case scenario, I can send you my
Yeah,
physical
we
copy.
actually gave a couple out the day before because I was talking to people. I'm like, all right, let me know if you can't get out to get this because you got kids, you can't
Yeah.
get out, someone's sick, anything, and we're in COVID and all that. Let me know. So we,
I
we
was
gave away
up at
3 digital
midnight.
copies.
I was up at midnight and it didn't download to Comicology. It downloaded to Kindle. And you best believe my ass had work in
Oh,
the morning, but I was sitting
that's
there in
cool.
bed at midnight. 12:31, my ass flipped through every page. I went to the very last panel. I'm like, who's the Ronin? Who's the Ronin? I'm not reading anything till I find out who the Ronin is. And I went, you
Ah.
motherfucker.
The
And
variant
this,
one. Okay, so this is what so Dave was the producer of me doing the drawing. So that makes sense. He sent me a picture like, hey, do you know what's going on with the new ones? I was like, new ones? No. He said Last Ronin, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah, I don't know. He sent me a picture of TMNT, The Last Ronin, number one, IDW, Obscurity variant, unnumbered Ninja Turtles, and it's going for 3,500 on
what?
eBay right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's the variant? What's the difference between the variant one and like a normal one? Like, is because it's a hardcover, or is it more like
No,
graphic, more
There's 69
they
different
did
covers.
the basic cover plus
the
now
white
with
one,
blank
right?
Yeah,
those
that's
are
one of
blank
them.
covers. Those are blank
Okay,
covers, and those will literally be one of a kind.
okay,
A
okay.
variant cover just means
Yeah, but there's 69 different pictures
it's
that
a
they put
different
on them.
version.
So, there could be one with like
Ah,
three
okay. So,
ghosts or
the
four
picture
ghosts
of this
behind
one is
them,
just
or
a
one with
solid
him on a
black,
motorcycle or
and
something.
the Ronin is in leather,
Just kind of depends.
yellow
But yeah,
outline.
there's a
It
whole
says
bunch of
Last
them.
Ronin yellow outline, and it's just like solid black, and it looks like it's hardcover. So I
Might
don't know
be.
what that variant is, but it's going for 35. So I guess the actual covers becomes a collectible, but the story's the same. Correct?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Got. Oh man,
Think of it like
that's
a
how they
palette
get you.
swap.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah. Oh, that's how they get you. Okay, so no wonder I keep seeing different covers. I'm like, are these all the same ones? Are these number two? Is this number three? And like, they're all number one, but they have one with anybody listening here, I did kind of read some of the synopsis, so like we know the last turtle is Mikey, right? So
Okay, so that's out of the bag then. All right.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's that. I know that, and I wanted to know that because I wanted to read that. What the hell? But I still don't know how I got there. Blah blah blah, and I'm gonna be excited to read number one, but yeah, so it's showing Mikey like with all his brother's weapons, frontwards, backwards, in action mode, kind of like the same as the IDWs, how they did a lot of that with the comics, where you don't
Yep.
know which version it is. You just know it's different covers,
You're
different
gonna
drawings. and the
You're
art
really
is
gonna
beautiful.
like this. You're really gonna like this comic because the whole way through it, they kind of red mask carrying you to think that it's Raph. Like he comes off really Raph.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
Raph too the whole time. I thought it was Raph too, and then
Mikey
I
Mikey is really
nice.
broken, mind, body, and
Yeah.
spirit. Like
Oh my god,
he has
that's
really toughened up
beautiful.
his shell.
And I hear like he's talking to himself, like he's talking to his brothers, but they're not there. You know what I'm saying?
They haven't revealed whether or not they're
Oh,
manifestations. They haven't revealed whether
okay,
they're astral projections. If his shell and his head are cracked.
got you.
I don't know if you've ever read Five Ghosts. I keep throwing this out, but there's a comic. I think it's a 3-part comic called Five Ghosts, and he's possessed by Sherlock, Dracula, Robin Hood, Genghis Khan, and Merlin. And
No, I have.
he can kind of channel these spirits, and I guess use their abilities, if you want to call them that.
Oh, that's fucking sick. Okay, no, I
So
never
I'm
heard of that.
thinking that's my theory, is that he can
Okay,
channel the brothers. He's got some like Donnie Tech going on. He's got some Raftude. He's got some Leo combat, and I'm
that's
really not
sick.
I'm not seeing the Mikey, other than like the off-screen talking kind of sounds like something what Mikey would say. But if you think back to the '87 cartoon, Raph was kind of snarky too.
Yeah, he was
I
snarky,
think
but just like
when they first meet April, he's like, "You got a mind like a steel trap, lady."
yeah, exactly. Like he was very joke man, like one man joker, one hitters, like the one
You know
liner
what's
hitters.
funny?
He would get you.
He
Yeah.
had in the '87 cartoon, he had a stand-up comedy episode where he was trying to be a stand-up comic.
What? I
that's right.
never
Yeah, I
saw
remember
it.
him wearing that big bow tie.
Yes,
I
sir.
need to
You're welcome.
like I remember I was trying to archive them like the bootleg way, and then it just got so exhausting. Probably like a LimeWire way, and then I stopped. But are they archived somewhere that you can watch all the '87 ones?
Oh,
I'm trying
yeah,
to.
you can get them. You can get them digitally on like
You probably
Voodoo
get them
or
digitally.
yeah,
Yeah, Voodoo or something
Amazon.
like that.
They're
No,
gonna
I
make you
like to
pay
get.
for
Yeah,
that
and
series, but yeah.
then they had the Blue Sky seasons, and then they had the Red Sky seasons when Lord Dreg showed up.
Oh, okay.
The
Yep. I
sky
Yeah,
remember
changed
the
colors.
seasons that no one really
that.
remembers as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole with 2012, probably like a couple years ago, just for the. Sometimes I like to put it on for white noise while I'm
Oh
writing
yeah,
or doing something.
absolutely.
Like I just do like reruns, and definitely the 2012 TMNT. Love that movie. That's definitely one of my number one white noise films. But I can't do number one and number two because I will watch it. I'll just watch it. Like it's just it flows perfectly, and I just love the story because I was one of those kids where number one came out, it was so dark, and I do have that type of like black, very suburban mom of like she was a teacher, so complaining like, oh my god, it was so violent. But I don't think she was like she didn't Karen the fucking movie, but those fucking Karens went out there. Like it's so violent, so dark. Oh my god! And then number two came out, was pissed, like how happy with, but then they brought in Vanilla Ice, so kind of came. I was like, all right, this is great. This is actually really good. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. I'm with it. And then number three was just like brant brant, but
Yeah,
you watch it. I don't know why they gave him
it
spots,
tried
but
really
whatever.
hard.
Uh,
Yeah.
it tried so hard. It's just like it is what it is. But I do love number two as much. But number one is like 80s, 89 Ninja Turtles. Number one is my fucking shit. I can watch that over and over as I
Young
have been
Sam
doing it.
Rockwell's first movie, right?
Yeah, yeah, man. Just Casey Jones. Oops, with Shredder, and Shredder was just nailed perfectly. And the real enemy was April O'Neil's boss child. He was the fucking enemy. He was the worst.
He's a turd. I mean,
Bring,
nobody liked Danny.
bringing these
You know,
turtles through everything. Yeah, Danny, fucking Danny.
you got a warehouse full of kids who are doing whatever the hell they want, and even they don't want to hang out with him.
Bro, that warehouse was sick. It reminded me of like
Oh my god.
Nathan's over here by me, like with arcades and shit. I'm like, yo, I want to go there. But when Shredder comes out, I want to leave. Like, all right, I got to go, man. This shit got dark. I thought we was gonna play video games.
Yeah, don't bump into Tatsu; he'll kill you. You know.
In your
Tatsu.
group, I want to ask, or I'll ask you two guys: have any of you defeated Ninja Turtles 1 for Nintendo?
Yes, yes, they have. So
Justin, are you serious?
I'm not great at video games, but I can say this: the one piece that took me forever to do was when you have to outrun that damn laser and get past to the technodrome. And I mean, for maybe until I was like 20, I could not make the jump in the sewer to get to Mecha Turtle. Then it's like, okay, now I'm just gonna try it because I pulled out the old Nintendo. And I'm like, all right, let's give this a shot. And I did it. And I'm like, holy crap. And I just went all the way through, and I think I stayed up all night, like drinking Red Bull, playing the damn game until finally I beat it.
All right. Well, I just want to clap my hands and say I'm talking to a master. I couldn't even
I
get
can go through without losing a single bar of energy in the swimming in like the dam
Oh
area. So I'll say
no,
I'm
the
not good at
fucking
much in video games, but I can do that.
oh my
No,
god, I couldn't fucking
we had the
get through
Sega
that.
Genesis, so I had to make do with Hyperstone Heist. And
Hyperstone High.
I actually just got today, and that's actually okay. So we have a little fan club for our most radical members. It's the Epic Shells Mighty Mutant Legion.
Yeah,
We're trying to make
Um,
that's
the
sick.
501st for turtles, so like the Star Wars have.
so
Yeah. Oh,
my
that's fucking
my
sick, bro.
the front of my ID card is the my toes, my toes.
Really?
A guy made me one out of what do you call them, Justin? Those little shrinky dinks or whatever they are.
Yeah, those little dots that you like glue together.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he made me a
It's cool looking.
my toes Mikey, and then like I said, my ID card's gonna be the my toes, my toes.
My dog.
I would intentionally run shit over. My mom would get so mad. She's like, "You gonna play the game, sweetheart, or we gonna he's just gonna waste your turtle."
I really my favorite, yo, that's so dope. My favorite, like the latest ones, like Out of the Shadows. I love that video game. I think they did good on that one. It's more reminiscent of the turtles from like they do look like the Michael Bay turtles a little bit, but they're more of their own art. Activation Nickelodeon did that one. That was for PS
I like
4,
the
3. Out of the
I think
Shadows
I had both of those, and oh man, that
and
first one that you're
what's
talking about is so good.
and the other one is this one right here. It's called oh wait, what's the name of it? I'm getting it right now. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah, Mutants in Manhattan. That's
yeah.
my shit too. I think they
That's
did
a good
very
game.
good on that one. That's a
I
good
like
one.
when you go through and you select the turtles, they all have a catchphrase, and I've totally
Yeah.
snagged Mikey's because when you pick him, he goes, "You likey Mikey."
Yeah. Facts, bro. Yeah. I can't wait. So I'm hoping for PS5 there's a new Turtles game coming out or something cuz I'm just I am one of those like Ninja Turtles Arcade number 2. I did beat that one, and Turtles in Time I beat that
It's a
one.
great
In
game.
the arcade one I beat that too. A bunch of friends and Nathan's, and like all the quarters were gone. But yeah, that is kind of like my whole mark my words, guys. My turtle friends. If I get my any TV show you see me in, I will have my TMNT Turtles in Time arcade in the house. Like I do want
Nice.
that. Just to press start and just like play it whatever the fuck and just keep going. I love that game, man. So I hope PS5, if they ever hear this episode of Turtle Lovers, man, somebody egg on PS5 to make a brand new Turtles game, man, or maybe revamp it just like they did with Streets of Rage 4. That's a fucking solid game, man. You just go through nostalgia, and then the more you beat it, the more you collect all the Streets of Rage characters. So I feel like Turtles can definitely live in that lane of
Oh
a
yeah.
2021 Ninja Turtle video game, and then you just get all the characters of from the past video games. I'm waiting for
Did
that.
you
Like
ever
any
see
Turtles good
that
game.
one that was like a fan created game where you can play as like every character?
Yeah, you could play like Goku and all that stuff. Yeah, that was like I didn't have like a computer to do that, but I remember watching it like on early day
Yeah,
YouTube or something like that. Like
it was something rescue.
I
Yeah, you
don't
can
know the
play as like
name, man.
Mondo Gecko and Irma and Vernon, like all of
Goku,
them.
Akuma. You can play as Akuma or some shit. You could play as everybody. Are we talking about the same thing? Like I remember, like I'm not sure we're talking about
Well,
the same thing.
there's this turtle one where you can play as like all the different turtles and like every character that's ever been
Ace
like in the
Duck.
cartoon in the comics. So there's
Oh,
that.
okay. No.
And you know what? I would not be surprised if Goku was in there too. So
Yeah, no, it's not that.
I'm a
I'm talking
Vegeta
about
guy though.
something.
So
Yeah, yeah. I love Goku, but yeah,
He was
Vegeta's like my spirit animal. Goku's my sun sign. Vegeta is my moon sign, and my fire sign is Trunks. So yeah,
Oh, nice.
got a whole
I thought you were going to
horoscope.
say Yamcha, but it's okay.
I
Oh,
was
no,
about to
not
shamelessly
Yamcha.
plug. I was about to shamelessly plug our T-shirts and be like, "Yeah, we'll send you one of our T-shirts, and you can wear that." And I
I would
remembered
totally
that we
wear it,
have
man. Send it.
we
Send
have
everything, bro.
we have another one, and no one's yet to buy one. I'm gonna have to buy one. It's a T-shirt, and it says, "I joined the foot, and all I got was this epic T-shirt."
That's
So
funny.
I
But
checked
he
it.
misspelled it. Yeah.
I checked it. Justin checked it, and my girlfriend checked it. I uploaded it, and it said, "I joined the foot, and all I got was this epic shit."
Damn.
And I went,
It's
Damn.
a
What
purple
the?
shirt.
What
Yeah.
was that? A prank or something? Did
"No,
somebody
I
like
typoed."
last minute?
I typoed it and no one caught the typo. And to save face, I went, boy, the foot really stepped in it this time.
Mm.
Because I put shit on there. So and
How many did you?
we try and keep it PG
How,
13, but
yeah. How many did you print that you couldn't like
none,
back order or
none.
nothing?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
they're made to order. You go to
Okay.
T Public, and you can get either or. Well, I went back and I fixed it, and somebody goes, "Hey, can I have the epic shit shirt?" I went, "I don't see why not."
I love that. Yeah,
What?
and shout out. Oh yeah, Manhattan Project was another one I beat, and that's my fucking
Oh
favorite, man.
yeah. When
King
you
of
just
Turtles.
press down and you can flip them and kill them in one hit, like the
Yup.
foot soldiers. That was so good.
Now that's
Ground
funny.
chuck.
I have the let me make sure it's in there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, that's the one that's actually got the card on. I have the original Nintendo game.
Yeah, I need to. Okay, I need to find that because I just nerd shit. Let me spread my wings. I just copped a Nintendo system with 4 of the games and the gun all together, and there's this website like Goodwill has like their own eBay thing, and I got a whole Nintendo system for like under $300. I was just like, what?
I tell you what,
So
there's a store
I'm
right here
Do you
in
have
like,
town.
DuckTales?
I think
That's
it's
the
called.
important question.
I do not have DuckTales, but I have like all the the Marios and stuff. But I need to
Oh
get
yeah.
arcade game. I need to get Manhattan Project, and I need to get the first Turtle so I can like do my journey. Probably like in my 40s when I'm just chilling out and like, all right, let me see if I can beat this now.
I think it's called Cartridges. I think there's a store right in town on my way home from work called Cartridges. I'll swing in there, throw a mask on, and see if I can't spelunk for treasure and come across that.
Is
All
that the
right, well,
store that's near Tom Savini's house?
No, I don't live anywhere near Tom Savini.
Okay.
okay. Well, yeah, let me know. We'll get like a nice little we'll get a text chain going, me and you guys. And yeah, I just always like even stuff like that, like I wait. I wonder like do you wonder like the value goes up or goes down? Like sometimes I feel like vintage stores will become the old antique stores and they'll become a junk store of like, all right, let me get rid of this stuff because there are a lot of people in the world, but there's not a lot of like nerds like us. And it's like after a while you have everything. So how are they even making rent? So it's just like I'm waiting to the point where they basically say, all right, just take it, we're done. And I'm like, yes,
We're
give it to me.
three 375 strong right now, and one of the bigger turtle pages, not groups, pages, I think is sitting at 25K.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying, man. That is just like not even a 10th truth of the population in the world. And just to be fans of like turtles and, who knows everybody's financial situation, right? But to like actually be a person that collects all that stuff and has rent is like, come on, man. Come up off that nostalgia, man. I really think it
I
should be
think
like a trade. I think it should
I'm
be a
with you.
trade give and go.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just don't like how they capitalize off of like our childhood. Like I really hate that shit. But whatever. I really think it should be like a barter system. Like, hey man, I got this stuff, and can I have that turtle cartridge? Like, oh yeah, all right, boom. Like I would totally like trade shit.
Yeah,
For that. But
we're not a sales group per se, but we do have a trade thread, Epic
mhm,
Sales.
nice.
I'm
But
sorry,
there
God
are a
help
lot
me.
of trade groups out there, though, where if you're looking for like that
I'm a
one,
punny.
oh, I need this guy's sword or something like that, you can get them and find that. That's prevalent enough.
That's
I
so
think in
sick.
the
Yeah, I
next
never.
20 years or something, we're going to see houses made out of Funko Pops just because of all the stuff that's out
Oh,
there.
oh god, that whole Funko shit. Yeah, I'm not. That's not my way. I mean, I do have the Conan Funko I think him as Ant-Man and one of the other Marvel people, because that was the year I performed at San Diego Comic-Con with Conan Con. So I wanted those. Like that's nostalgia for me. So I do have
Wait,
those Funkos. But
I love
I'm
Conan.
not a I'm not a Funko guy, period, because I just feel like yeah, you're just collecting the whole thing in the box, which is excellent. It's serious. It's beautiful, but like Funko is not me. But
Justin,
yeah.
I think this puts us within 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Does it?
Uh-oh.
I
How
What?
do
think
you
so.
figure?
What you
Please
know how
explain.
they say all celebrities you can get within 5 steps of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. So
Is it 6?
it is. Yeah.
Okay, I
I,
was
I
not
still
so
hold
good with
out
the
that his
math.
two best movies ever were Tremors and what was the other one? Stir of Echoes. So
Oh my god, I love Tremors. Don't get me started on Tremors. I don't need
Fucking
another fan
love
of.
Tremors, man.
you guys watch The
Oh.
Mandalorian, you gotta love Tremors. So
Didn't I watch them or what, number two? I didn't get to number
you
two
gotta
yet.
check out season 2, episode 1. You'll know what I'm saying.
the
Okay. But
best
Tremors
the
is the
best
shit.
part of that movie. Can you fly, sucker? Can you fly?
Can you fucking
Turns out,
fly?
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
they can.
It's the most 80s movie that a movie can get when you have the dad from Family Ties and you have what was it? The grandfather from Three Ninjas. Was it? I think.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I love that shit.
I
I
love Three
wanted
Ninjas.
Three Ninjas is fucking sick, bro. That's fucking shit. Damn, there was something else I was gonna bring up about turtles, and I just went blank. But yeah, I
Well,
fucking love them. I can't wait to see Ronin. I mean, see Ronin. Read the Last Ronin. Um, I'll let you guys know if they send me that. If not, then I guess I'll let you know so I can at least get a digital copy so I can like read it, and then I'll get a physical copy somehow. Cause I think,
That's so good.
cause did number two come out yet? I think Ben was coming
December
with number.
16th.
December
There
December
you go.
16th as of
Okay,
now.
Not
dope.
that I'm counting. So
Yeah, I
And
literally have a countdown. I have a
what
countdown
covers do
timer
you
on my
got?
phone.
What
I
covers do you
have
guys have?
I got the original. I have coming the Kevin Eastman one, which is
Nice.
kind of like an orange cover, and it looks like the Batman Dark Knight Returns sort of thing with like the lightning behind it. So
With the
that's
Tompa?
pretty cool. Yep, that's that one. I have
Okay.
one where it's got the Ronin, and then there's four turtle ghosts on it, and they're all kind of like up in the air. To me, it's probably the best one I've seen. I love it. That one's awesome.
Oh,
Then
and they're like they're like gray, like light blue
yes,
ghosts. Okay, that one.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
see that one
they're
right.
like flying and all that. So, and it was
Oh,
funny
that's
because the
it.
first time I saw it, it didn't have the Mikey on it, but then they added the
Mm,
Mikey on it. And I'm like, all right, this is still awesome. So,
okay, dope.
and this one where he's holding a blade in front of him, and the reflection of the blade, you can see a skull, and it's like the rest of his skull. That one is so cool.
Yeah, I have the original, and someone offered to send me the one where he's on the motorcycle.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see the one on the motorcycle right now, and the one where he's behind the yellow one. He's behind the window with Leonardo's swords. The red one where he's on his knee, and damn, there's a couple of them.
Yeah,
Then there's
they're
that one with the
they're
red
pretty
moon
cool.
or the red circle, the red sun. Which one is that one? That's just another version, right?
Let's see.
I
Let's
think
see if I
that's
can
the
pull mine up.
original,
Is that the original one?
where he's kind of looking over his shoulder, and there's the red
Yes.
sun.
He's like,
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
original. Yeah.
that's the original. Fuck,
Yeah.
bro. Shit.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
look at it.
like at that point, you can't go wrong because it's like this is badass.
Damn, somebody has. Oh yeah, this is gone. It was in Canada. It had the
But yeah, we'll
last
definitely
runner Vanja. The bundles right here. Ooh, look at the bundles with the covers, yo. Yeah,
we'll
I
definitely
need
get you
that.
them links, and then
Okay.
once you get in there and find that, you'll be able to find me, and we'll get you hooked up with some turtle swag,
Yes,
some
man. Let's do it.
epic gear, if you will.
Yeah,
But you'll
yeah,
get to
man.
bypass the questions. So, favorite pizza topping?
Favorite pizza topping is yeah, I'm gonna go. I love pineapples on my pizza.
Nice.
I'm one of those guys. Yep.
Someone
Do you fold your
best
pizza?
answer best answer so far has been stink bugs.
Uh,
Oh God. No, I
like in
thought
the
we were talking
movie.
about edible shit.
No, someone thought they were being clever, and they were being clever. They go, the usual stink bugs, flies, crickets.
Yeah, no, I'm like pineapple, pepperoni shit. So pineapple.
We got
And do I fold my pizza? After the second bite, I fold it.
There you go.
First
nice.
two bites is just
I'm from
straight up.
Connecticut, so we have a lot of different pizzas there. Usually it's the square kind, so we can't
Got that.
fold that.
Oh
Got
yeah,
favorite
no.
turtle. We
Favorite
got
turtle,
we got
Ralph?
com- and we got coming out of your shell because you said 87, 90s eras when you got into the turtles. So that takes care of all those questions. And here's my favorite one, and I love this more than anything.
Okay.
Every week to get because 2020 has been so hard on all of us. Every week put up something, and it's called
To get
Positively
what?
Radical. Um, it's called
Positive.
Positively Radical, where you just
Mhm.
share something positive, your most cowabunga moment of the week.
One more time there, Andy. I don't see
So
anything
what's
Oh
the
here.
man,
coolest thing this week?
my most cowabunga moment of the week. Oh man, that's cool. All right. My most cowabunga moment of the week that comes to my head is that Sunday I was feeling really down about everything and just I was in the hospital early in the morning because I think I had like a panic attack and shit. Just stress of like not knowing what the world's gonna be and like, yeah, he won, but what does that even mean? Things are still the fucking same. And I went with my boy. He went to go DJ a comedy show and I wasn't even planning to perform. I was just hanging out, but we smoked a little bit, and then the host was like, "Yo, you gonna get up?" I was like, "Nah, I'm chilling." And then he asked me the fourth time, and I was like, "Okay, I'll go up." And I went up and just had a great set, man. And after that, I felt good, and it was just like such a cowabunga moment. After my set was over, I could have just jumped and yelled cowabunga right after that set. And I'm glad I did
That's awesome.
go up in Brooklyn. It was outside in the backyard of this hotel, and here it's like 70s now, which is weird, but
Yeah.
global warming. But it was to perform. Like I was in the hospital from like I went in Saturday night around like 11:45, and I got out 6 a.m. They let me go, and then that night, or no, that Sunday around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I performed a great set that I want to build off of. And when I got off, just cowabunga, motherfucker, for sure. So that was my cowabunga. That was my cowabunga moment for sure.
Well, it normally
Sunday.
That's
goes up.
awesome.
It normally goes up Saturday because I have another one called Sunday Best on Epic Tales, and
Hmm.
it's Bob Ross, Steve Irwin, Jim
Jim
Henson,
Henson. Yep.
LeVar Burton, and oh god, who's the
Oh,
other? Mr. Rogers. And
nice.
it's called your Sunday Best, and it says just tell us the best part of your week. And then, like I said, when I put it over on Epic Shells, it's the Holy Chalupa Mikey. Uh, it just says positively radical. Tell us your most cowabunga moment. But yeah, it's like I
Beautiful.
was looking for guys that just like these are really positive, inspirational guys. And it's like
Hmm.
I think like I might sneak Kevin in for a guest spot one week. Switch out one of the pitchers.
Hey, we're
Maybe
working
Mr.
on him.
Rogers.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
working on him.
I,
We're
I
trying
could,
to
I
get him
could,
on the show.
I could definitely see him doing it. I mean, you could definitely get Ben in Syria, Zero for sure. But yeah, I think, yeah. So,
So,
well, you
like I
got
said,
the next best thing, Eastman. But go ahead.
once we get you in the group, then you can play every Saturday.
Nice, man. Yeah, I would love to, dog. Like I'm just right now going forward, just like trying to figure out how to make stand up predominant during the winter times that's coming. We might have to be locked down again because of the Rona. But I just been writing and just figuring out my stand up and definitely gonna nerd out on the last Rona. I can't wait for that.
Do you have
Well,
any
you got
projects going on right now that people should be checking out?
Yeah, definitely check out my last album, Live from the Comedy Trap House. It was recorded in Zoom and released July 4th on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Pandora, whatever audio streaming service you listen to. That's my latest project. My label submitted for a Grammy, so we'll hear
Oh,
back what
awesome.
happens. But yeah, it got a lot of press. New York Times, Vice, Vulture, a lot of press on that album. So Live from the Comedy Trap House, check that out, guys. It's on Nore Davis. And then check out, the Comedy Central bit. Cause the Comedy Central bit with the TMNT, that's coming next year. I'm gonna put that on the album too, that bit. On my next album, which will come out next year. So that's what I'm working on.
That's great. I didn't even get to ask you about who your favorite stand-up comic was.
Oh, I mean, yeah, my favorite stand-up comic, I'm gonna say every comic that does it because I watch a lot of comedy, even the bad ones on Amazon Prime. I watch a lot. I just feel that it's one of these art forms that I love where people make an attempt at it and I want to see what their angles are. And anybody that does it, I'm such a fan of. But yeah, if you had to like put a gun to my head, say pick three, fucker. Like, all right. Uh Chappelle's the GOAT, Martin and Robin Harris, Wanda
Oh
Sykes,
wow, yeah, good
love
choices.
Ellen, Mitch Hedberg. I mean,
Love
it's
Mitch Hedberg.
um let's go with then
Love
I
that
go
you
back
you
to
recognize Mitch too because he is just so
love
good.
Mitch. Yeah, come on, man. Mitch is fire. And we go back to like Steve Martin and we can go Richard Pryor and we go um we can do who Mark Maron. We can go all the way back to all those guys, man, and Blazer and the classic Seinfeld. Like it's just so good to see so many voices. So I just try to like make my voice as like you can like you hear me, you be like, oh, that's Nori. I know what Nori does. I can hear him. So it's just so those are like those stand ups I love and still watch like Chris Rock, like his first album, comedy album, not natural, excuse Born Suspect. That's one of my favorite albums. And Robin Harris is Baby Kids. And Martin's Talk This
Oh
Shit.
my
Oh
God,
my God,
babies!
baby's
We don't
kids.
die, we multiply.
Yeah, Baby's his album is like so much funnier than like that's what the movie was based off of. But his album was like fucking classic. I used to play that in my car all the time going to college. Just
He was a dad in House Party, right?
yes, he was. Yup.
Oh,
Robin
God, I
Harris,
love House
classic.
Party.
That's Robin Harris was like my Bernie Mac. I love that dude. But like Bernie Mac classic also. Love Bernie.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
a big Bernie Mac guy. He's probably in my top five at least.
for sure, man. And like
It's
even,
it's so hard to
King.
pick though. It's like you said, like you touched on all of them. I mean, you can go classic Eddie Murphy. I'm a
Yep.
big Carlin guy, big Richard Pryor guy.
Oh, love Carlin. Yeah, went to the museum, the National Comedy Center, and it's like upstate New York. It's just so good. You can see Carlin's notes and his
Oh wow,
notepads. It's very, very good. What's it called? The National Comedy Center. Um, yeah, National Comedy Center in Jamestown, New York. Now, Jamestown, New York is the birthplace of Lucy Bell.
oh no kidding.
They have the Lucy Museum there, and the Comedy Hall of Fame is so good. It's worth the trip. The only problem is like it's fucking far as hell. But other than that, it's so dope to like nerd out with stand up there. And they have
That's
like
definitely one of my nerddoms. So I
yeah,
would definitely get into that.
yeah. I'm trying to like figure if I want to. I would definitely want to go back and check out more of like Carlin's notes, and you can see all his stuff that he used to carry around him. So yeah, that's all my you know, all my comedy guys out and women that I look up to that I love and still listen to their stuff today to
That's
like
awesome.
just inspiration for sure.
And I totally I love Chappelle. I didn't realize he was in Con Air, and I just watched and my next
SpongeBob.
guest needs no introduction. The David Letterman show that had him on it. It was fantastic.
Yep. Yep. Classic.
Well,
Classic, man. Chappelle's GOAT, man. He's
I
just
think uh I think in honor of our new friend and to give you guys a Mikey moment for the week,
mhm.
should I do it, Justin?
You're gonna do a Mikey moment? Go ahead.
I'm gonna try. Let me cleanse the old palate here.
I'm excited. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited.
Cowabunga, dudes! It's time for your Mikey moment of the week. You'll never make any new friends if you don't get out there and shake some hands. And some of those hands just happen to be attached to hot babes.
We're Cowabunga. I feel gypped. That's
I I love it, bro. I love it, Andy. Thank you, man. That's fire.
If
I've
you
been
if you get a chance to listen to some of the other episodes, usually I do Raph in like a Brooklyn accent, and I'll do Donnie, and they're pretty distinctive. So I think I'm trying to find my Leonardo voice, but you know,
The Leo voice.
I'm not gonna
Oh man.
lie. I totally sent Towson a Mikey moment, and he's like, not bad. And I'm like, oh my god, like the voice of Michelangelo told me not bad. He's probably trying to spare my fragile little feelings, but
nicest guy. When you meet him in person and all that, I was a huge fan of the Tick, and I hadn't realized. I must have known deep down that he's the voice of Michelangelo, he's the voice of the Tick, but I didn't realize that at the time, and I was like, oh my god, no way. He's like, it's okay, you didn't know, and he was just so nice to me.
I love that. That's so fucking sick, guys. Leo's hard. What would be a Leo? Yeah,
I
I,
just
I guess it would
I
really
I play
depend for me,
Leo
like
like
what he's saying. What he's
he's
saying. Like,
deliberate with everything that he says. He's like, okay, Michelangelo, you don't have to be like eating cupcakes 2 minutes
Donnie,
before, like
yeah, Donnie,
Donnie's kind of nerdy. Donnie goes like this, and
Donnie need to
he's a bit
figure out
more
what we're
nature.
talking. Yeah, Raph. I mean, I think Raph, I can also be the leader too, man. Like Splinter said, we have to fall in line. You should fall something like that. I don't know, but yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
something like very direct with it. Yeah, man. This was fun, guys. I love this.
yeah. We're glad to have you on, and I'm glad that we got to talk so much about turtles.
well, I know
Fuck
what my
yeah, man.
cowabunga moment for the week's gonna be.
Exactly, exactly.
What's
So
that?
with that, I got Oh, go ahead, Andy.
No,
I was just gonna do our sponsor for the week, if that's all right with you guys. We are sponsored this week by Underground Dojo. So if you get a chance to check them out, undergrounddojo.com. They have lots of turtle themed items that you can find, including some stickers, patches. They have really cool sort of a foot ski mask with like your foot right in the center of a big purple mask, but it's a lot of really cool stuff. I got a chance to meet them in Chicago, and really, really cool guys. A lot of really cool nostalgic things that you take a look, and it gets into modern fashion pieces. So check out undergrounddojo.com.
I guess my closing will be the usual: be epic to yourself and each other. Cowabunga!
You're 2 minutes late, dude.
Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza, dude.
Never. Come on, guys. How do you expect to beat me? Good
Good
answer.
answer.
Good answer. I love that scene.
They were
Thank you,
studying
guys.
the abridged version.
Yo, thank you guys for having me, man. Real talk. Everybody, listen to Nore Davis on, Spotify, Apple Music, and hit me on Instagram and Twitter. Let me know what you think. Yeah, man. Yo, Justin, Andy, thank you for having me.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
thanks.
coming.
Thank you for listening to the Epic Tales from the Sewers podcast. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. This podcast has no affiliation with Eastman or Laird, Mirage Studios, IDW, Archie Comics, or Nickelodeon Studios. This show is a fantastic podcast production in association with Amalgamania LLC. Be sure to check out the other shows on the AmalgaCast, the Amalga Files, and the Epic Tales podcast. Epic Tales from the Sewers is recorded by Justin Cooper and features Andy Doyle. Cowabunga, dudes! Are you looking for a gift for the nostalgic nerd in your life? Try a candle from the Euphoric Tree Fort. Nostalgic novelty gifts for nerds.
From birthdays to holidays, or just because, waft these smell-o-vision candles with fragrances from your favorite shows such as
Bob's Burgers, Simpsons, Dr. Seuss, Rick and Morty, Futurama, Adventure Time, Harry Potter, James and the Giant Peach, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Coraline, The Rugrats, Steven Universe, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z, One Punch Man, Pokemon, Death Note, and Fairly Odd Parents.
these soy candles won't gunk up your walls because they're dye-free, cruelty-free, and soot-free. Also, free souvenirs in every order over $20 and free shipping on orders over $75.
With exciting scents like Nog, featuring eggnog and brandy, Christmas in Whoville, fir tree, peppermint bread, and sugar plum, truffula tree, butterfly milk, and birch tree. Donuts. Donuts and pink icing in the ever-popular Macon Bacon Pancakes, featuring bacon and buttermilk pancake and maple.
They say that smell is the strongest sense tied to memory, and if these candles don't make you nostalgic, nothing will. And remember, if you use promo code ETFS10, you'll get a discount.
Check out the website, euphorictreefort.com, for smell-o-vision candles and nostalgic gifts. Don't forget to use our code.
In a world where you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, a nation of nerds unites to bring you something truly epic. Amalgamation is proud to present the Epic Airways Podcast Network, featuring great shows such as AmalgaCast, Epic Tales Podcast, The Not So Super Dudes, Anime a la carte, Epic Tales of the Sewer, Amalgaphiles, and The Fantastic Podcast.
Ahoy, adventurers, and welcome to the dungeon. I will be your captain, Ace Diceman. Join me and my first mate, Mr. Cooper, as we set sail on an amazing quest full of fun facts, funny jokes, and some high-seas shenanigans. So climb aboard the Siren Song and let us spin you an epic tale. Look for the Epic Tales podcast on Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and iTunes.